Hello everybody, this is Money Mom. Welcome back to the channel. This is another highly requested video about how to save on groceries. And in a way I feel a little bit hypocritical because I do tend to spend a lot on groceries, but the good news is I'm wasting a lot less produce and I'm finding some tools that are going to be helping me in this area. I wanted to share 3 ideas with you that I haven't typically seen on other channels and might give you some fresh ideas. Also, it's one I recently experienced. I'm not sure about how all of you do your grocery shopping and your meal planning, and even if you do that. But one thing I notice is I generally grocery shop on Fridays, so on Thursdays I wipe out the refrigerator, see if there's anything that has to be thrown away. As you guys know, I'm always working on less food waste. Well, a lot of times I'll write down things and then I get my grocery list ready. The one thing that I noticed is if I plan further ahead than this, and I did this with the Dollar Tree, is I'll write things down on a list over on the refrigerator of some things I think I need. If I do this earlier than Thursday and I start writing out my list because I transferred this to a notebook and I start looking at it throughout the week, I find that some of the things on the list, maybe 5 or 6 of them, are things I don't actually need anyway. Either I can make another recipe, or I've already got that item, or I can possibly use a different item which would work as well. Substitutes always work well, because just because a recipe calls for an ingredient, we might have a substitute. That way we're not having to spend extra money. And I recently did this with the Dollar Tree. One of my friends said, let's go to the Dollar Tree. And we ended up not going, and we ended up going a couple days after that. Well, I had written down a list of 6 things. Well, by the time that we actually went to the Dollar Tree, I looked at my list and found 3 of the things I didn't really need after all. So bottom line is meal plan or do your list earlier than when you grocery shop and take another look. That way you don't feel rushed and you can reevaluate it and or have another set of eyes on it again and look to see if there's something on that list that you actually really don't need. That could save you money. Number 2, this is another thing, and I'm guilty of this. So let's say your grocery budget's $100 a week. A lot of times, I know I spend that, and sometimes I spend more. What I'm advocating, at least for myself now, is sometimes I might forget something, or somebody else at the house says, hey, could you do me a favor and pick up a gallon of milk? That would just be an example. Or we're running low on whatever item it is, and you might have forgotten it the week before. If you spend less than the $100, that gives you an extra $10. So that way, if you need to stop at the store, you're not going over your budget. You can use that $10. And that's something that I think I'm going to start doing, because occasionally I do have to go to the store and pick up something. Example, this week I went back to get green beans. Granted, it was only $1.68, but those little purchases add up. Number 3, I've mentioned this one many times, but it does save on the budget, is sharing with a friend. I actually have 2 friends. One I don't get to see as often. I probably see her once a month. But my other friend, we walk 6 days a week. We do share with each other because we see each other so often, and we share. If she makes something at her house, she might bring it for me to taste, vice versa. Or we're at the store, the other person isn't. We check with each other if anyone needs anything. I think it's a blessing to have a friend like that, and it could end up saving you, and it also saves on food waste, because my particular friend I'm talking about, her family's not crazy about leftovers. So sometimes she'll make something and she'll bring us some over because she doesn't end up wanting to throw it away. So one of the things I'm really working on, as you guys know, is less food waste. The area where I've really improved on that is produce, because I'm not buying the large quantities I was buying, so we're able to use everything we have. Let me know any other unusual grocery saving tips that you feel have really worked for you. I always love to hear your opinion. This is Money Mom signing off, and as always, I love you. Bye-bye.